And we'll do that. There we go. We are live, folks. So, see what we get in today. See who stops by, hangs out with us. See what all is going on. I think that I'm live. I believe so. And it should be. Yes, we are. How you like that? There we go. We've done it. We made it. I think everything's working. All right. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're just doing a live stream, hanging out, shoot the shit, see what we can come up with today. And that's about all I've got planned. Be here for about an hour hanging out with you guys. And yeah, do what we normally do. Nothing. Do what we do normally here. Absolutely nothing. So, good to see you guys. I think that's Hakeem. Good to see you. Sydney, what's going on? Good to see you, Sydney. And Freddie, you feel lonely on here? Oh, well, you can come and hang out with us. Come hang out with us. I don't know who all is busy. It's kind of hard competing with the NFL, you know, all those football games on. But hey, we'll hang out anyways. We'll hang out anyway. So yeah, no need to feel lonely. You can hang out with us. What's up, Joshua? Aaron, good to see you. Grateful Trucker, how are you? Gonzo Trucker, what's up? People coming from Colton, California, doing a 10-hour reset. There you go. There you go. I'm sitting at our terminal. Sitting at the terminal is boring. Is very, very boring. Organized Chaos, what's going on? Aaron says he loves my videos. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Lady Boomer, what's going on? I pooed today. There we go. We've got I pooed today. I feel like I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you. What's going on, Westover? Traveling Monkey, how you doing? Hey, man, I never catch your live. Thanks for your videos. Thank you. Holy hand. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if the lives are that much fun, if I'm being honest with you. But, hey, I have fun. Just hang out and talk with you guys. So we'll see. Skylar, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Telly, I'm doing well. I'm bored out of my mind. I am bored out of my mind because I'm sitting at the terminal. What's fun to do at a terminal? So I might leave after this live stream's over. I might go somewhere. Go find me some food. That's what I'll probably do. Howard says, the Dover here, like all your rants. Well, good to see you, Dover. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What are you doing at the terminal? Switching out trucks tomorrow. We're switching out trucks tomorrow. That's what we're doing here. Oops, skipped. I'll listen while I drive. Awesome. Sounds good, Daryl. Appreciate it. Gonzo says we need some more of the 70-year-old trucker and them DLs. I'm not sure what the DLs are, but yeah, we always need another 70-year-old trucker. Absolutely. Kirk is a Kenworth man, so there we all know. Kirk, thank you. Now we all know that you're the Kenworth man. That's awesome. Corey, what's up, bro? Enjoy your content. Thank you, Corey. Sometimes the live streams start off a little slow because I'm just kind of saying hello to everyone as we go. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying the videos. I really am. I've got a guy that I work with somewhat. He's a really good guy. He does all the thumbnails for me. And on top of that, I kind of bounce ideas off of him. And you know, we kind of refine the video ideas that I have, if that makes sense. And it looks like they've been performing pretty well. So thank you guys. I'm glad you all have been enjoying them. It's been a lot of fun around here lately. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're 5,200 something now. So we're still going, Sydney. We're still going. No company vehicle. I think they got one, Freddie. I think they got one, but I don't really know. I've never asked to use it. All right, let's see what Thomas gave me $2. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that. Roadside DOT inspectors in Colorado equals free candy van. Is that a fact? I don't really know about that. I think I think you might have fell into a trap over there, sir. I think you might have fell into a trap. Let's see what we got here. I don't know about these Kenworths. I don't know anything about them. Do you know what kind of truck you're getting? I do not know yet, Lady Boomer. I do not know yet. They've got just about everything. Well, not everything available. So I will have my choice. I could even do a W900, I think, if I wanted. Also, if I wanted, right? What's the What's the other Peterbilt that's similar to the W900? Is it the, it's not the 579, is it? I'm looking. No, it's not the 579. Is it the 389? 389 maybe? Yeah, 389. I could get one of those. Should I go super truck and truck? What do you think? What do you think? But I could go like T680 if I wanted. You know, 589, 389. I don't know, Sydney. I just looked it up and I already forgot. How's the hazmat studying? Oh, my lazy ass didn't do any studying. My lazy ass didn't do any yet. So nothing with that. What's going on, Tommy? Good to see you. Greetings from Illinois. Yesterday was warm and today is cold. Today is cold everywhere. Today is cold everywhere. It's not pleasant at all. What's going on, Justin? Well, maybe not everywhere. It might be warm somewhere, but it's definitely cold in a lot of places. What's going on, Justin? Good to see you. Good to see you. Gold Phoenix in the house. Good to see you, man. How you doing? What truck you getting? I think we just covered that. Yeah, we got a few options. What's going on, Team Tiny? Team Tiny. Team Tiny, I don't have cancer no more. Why are you here? Long-running joke. Team Tiny. Just kidding. I won't finish that sentence. But good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Not sure I expected you, but good to see you nonetheless. Nonetheless. Good, buddy. You got a copy on this four-wheel. Oh, God damn. Yeah, I better get a CB, huh? Better get a CB if I go with like a W900. I better do that. Whoa. Whoa. We've got some accusations flying around in here. Holy shit. That is quite the accusation. Quite the accusation. If you're going hazmat, you have to go online and take the ELD course. Once you pass them, take the certificates to your... You have to go online and take the ELD course? I may be misunderstanding that. I may be misunderstanding what you mean by that. But that could be me. That could be me. Super trucking, absolutely. Absolutely. Get a cab over. They don't have those. They don't have those. The 589 is the new one. Yeah, I just looked at it and like I said, I already forgot. But they've got plenty to choose from. I get a pick. Now, what is the difference do you guys know the difference in the fuel mileage on, say, a T680 and a W900? Is it like massive? Is the fuel mileage going to be like a lot different, or is it just a little bit different? Because the W900 is like a big boxy fucking truck, right? So I expect that the fuel mileage would be worse, but I Googled it and it said it was like 0.2 miles per gallon less for the W900, but I don't know. What's your guys' experience? Broncos already score? Did they already score? I think they're playing the Chargers today, aren't they? Let me get me some Broncos score up here. And yeah, they're playing the Chargers, so Broncos should win this one, guys. The Chargers fucking suck. The Chargers fucking suck. So the Broncos should win today. Should win today. Heartbreaking loss last week. Was it last week? Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was. I don't even remember who they played. Beautiful truck, absolutely. Do you like the KW W990? Now, I'm not sure what that one is right off. Made a W990 in replacement for the W900. Maybe I've just got my model numbers fucked up. That's entirely possible. That I just got my model numbers messed up. But when I do pick a truck, I will definitely let you guys know what I got. How about that? So I'll definitely let you know. But that's my biggest concern, is the fuel mileage going to be... it has to be... Yeah, Westover saying it has to be more than... What do you think, Stuart? I see Stuart in here. Stuart, what do you think the difference is in fuel mileage between a T680 and a W900? Or other people are throwing out 990. Maybe I just have the model numbers fucked up. But is it a lot different? Because Westover's point is valid. That's a good point. But that's what I thought too. But when I Googled it, I Googled the difference in the fuel mileage and it said 0.2. It said 0.2. But we know when you apply it to the real world, that could be different. New Peterbilts aren't that impressive, really. Best thing about them is they come with default air suspension on the steer axles, but that's about all I found better. Yeah, well, I'm at that age, Jay-Z, right? Like, I've been trucking for so long now. I might as well super truck while I'm out here. It ain't about comfort, Jay-Z. It's about looking cool. It's about looking cool, right? that's all there is to it. What's up, Nick? Good to see you. Why does it bother me when people mispronounce Illinois? I said Illinois, right? Illinois. I never say the S. I was told the S is silent. Am I wrong? I always thought the S was silent. That's what I always thought. Eric, good to see you. I'm good, man. I'm good. And Gold Phoenix says no Peterbilt comes with air. And you paid extra. Yeah, I don't really know. Corey took a bunch of practice tests and took the test at the DMV. The only thing that took me long is the fingerprints. Yeah, everybody's telling me that the hazmat test is super easy. I have not looked into it at all even yet, but everybody's saying it's really easy shit. So maybe I should open a book sometime, maybe study it a little bit, but I haven't. I have not done it. Extreme Picks going to CRST on the 28th. There you go. As a new driver, or are you an experienced driver? 70s era cool factor. Exactly. What's going on, Roger? Good to see you. I'd say at different mileage is pretty significant, but it depends how you spec it. That's a good point too. Volvos for comfort and room and the biggest fridge. Yeah, I drove a Volvo for a while and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed that truck, but I'm getting to the point too where a truck's just a truck, if I'm being honest with you. And also, I guess a follow-up question is fuel mileage the only thing I should be concerned with? Somebody asked if it's going to have an APU. Yes, the answer is yes. I saw that question somewhere, and I don't know if I answered it yet. But yes, it will have an APU. But is there other things I should be taking into consideration besides fuel mileage? Maybe there is. I don't know. Is cool factor worth 2 miles per gallon? I'm not really sure. They're shaped like shit houses. Exactly. That's true. So is the W990, is that the new one? Is that the new model of the W900 then? That's what I'm gathering from a few comments. That's what I'm gathering. One's a block going down the road. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Frame off restoration, screw fuel economy. That's something to think about. I'm not sure what you mean by frame off restoration necessarily, but yeah, you might have a point either way, which was during COVID. The background check was almost a month. Oh, here's the one about the APU. Yeah, we'll have an APU. We will have an APU. Absolutely. I was watching a German documentary. German safety inspectors have a big language barrier to deal with, do they? Yeah, I don't think would you want to get a DOT inspection from a German? That dude just be shouting at you the whole fucking time. Could you imagine running into a German DOT officer that was speaking German to you? That would be really fucking intimidating, I think. That would scare the shit out of me. I'd be like, what the fuck is this dude screaming about? Holy shit. Called the ELD for hazmat once you pass. Okay, gotcha. I haven't looked into it. It was just kind of a passing thought, but I haven't looked into it much yet, if I'm being honest with you. But if I had to pick, long nose all day, right? There's that. There's also that, right? There's also that. Didn't see you at Fuel Island in Reno. The pilot attendant said you were at the casino. In Reno? No, I didn't stop at the pilot in Reno, but I did stop at a couple pilots running around Nevada recently, and I did stop in the casino. But not in Reno. Is more modern and newer version of the W900. Okay. Thoughts on hot shots? They're in my way. They're in my fucking way. That's my thoughts on hot shots. Get out of the fucking way. That's what I think. The S is silent. Exactly. Don't forget the Super Trucker cape for the new truck. Absolutely. You're probably 2 miles per hour per gallon difference. And is it worth the 2 miles per gallon? That's how much money does that come out to? I'm sure there's math you could do to figure this out. Not me. I'm dumb as fuck, but I'm sure somebody would know some math. for like 3 years and had a T680. He said he loved it and didn't want to turn it in, not turn it on. What are we doing to these trucks out here? Turn it in. T680s are nice trucks. They are nice trucks. And yes, who needs profit when you look cool? Exactly, right? Who needs profit? Who needs profit? I'll clear that up in a minute, Homer, because I think there's a misunderstanding, but I'm happy to answer that question. What's up, Heston? How are you doing? Congratulations on your new venture. I'm going lease purchase also. There you go, Roger. There you go, Roger. Gear Jammer, the fuel mileage on the W900 is easily 2 miles less per gallon. See, yeah, you're right, Gear Jammer. Maybe I should go with the T680, huh? Because the T680 is not a bad truck. It's not a bad truck. So yes, that's a very, very valid fucking point. We're in it to make money, not look cool. And that may be just the advice I needed. That may be it. I want to look cool. I need all the fucking help I can get. But hey, that may be maybe a good response as any, honestly. Wheelbase, look into that. Volvo 880 is my favorite, but if I was buying a truck, I'd buy Cascadia. See, I would never buy a Cascadia, ever. And maybe that's me. Couple reasons. They're fucking boring. They're boring. Paul, Cascadias are boring, I think. That's what I'm in right now. And it's very boring. But anytime I've had a Cascadia, it's like something goes wrong on it. You take it to fucking Freightliner, and it's like, how long are you going to be here? 2 days, 3 days? Like, I really was having trouble, Paul, getting the goddamn thing fixed when I needed it fixed. Maybe that's just my experience, but it's like every time you go to Freightliner, like, you're there forever. What's up? I've been bamboozled. What's up, rookies? Rookie number 2 here. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's the second best driver doing? I don't know, Trucking with Joker. You'll have to find him. You have to find him, and you'll have to ask him. Because I am definitely the world's greatest trucker. The world's greatest. APU saves fuel. That's true. That's true. Okay, so Homer, it is entirely possible that I said leasing was stupid before. It's entirely possible. But I think I was more talking about when I tried it last time on the spot market, which was at the beginning of this year. Yeah, towards the beginning of this year. I don't know what the spot market looks like right now, but me jumping into a lease at the beginning of the year when the spot market was bad, doing a lease on the spot market was incredibly stupid. Was a really, really stupid decision on my part. So I've been with this company. What did we come up with in the last video? 5 months now. And they have a lot of contract freight. And the biggest thing I wanted to see was, do they have the work? Do they have the work? And I have consistently been working since I've been here. But I do want to also say I did specify in the last video, I think, I'm not doing I'm not doing the lease in hopes of making more money. I've already been around. If I make more money, cool. But I'm doing it more for the reason of kind of having a little bit of freedom back as far as I don't want to reject loads because I got to go somewhere, right? I got to go somewhere. I'm a truck driver. What good is it going to do me to reject loads? But like when I got screwed out of my first home time, right? Because I was 300 miles away and they said, hey, too bad. We're not deadheading you that far. So then I want to be able to make that decision when it comes up. So, hey, I'm not even saying it's smart right now, Homer. I'm just saying that I have my own reasons. So if you're looking to me for advice, oh, you're fucking up. You're fucking up because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So 53-foot step deck. All right. Call me a poser, but even with having no restrictions on my auto, I'll take an auto W900. Sure, why not, Westover? What's the point? I mean, I don't have a restriction either, but why do I want to ride around shifting gears? Make the job as easy as you can, right? I fucking love driving automatic. I don't care who knows it. I don't care who knows it. It's just an easier life. Good, Derek. Good to see you. Good to see you. Had a 579 over a year and a half. Love it, but mine isn't a base model at all. Do you still have that one, Gold Phoenix, or did you get another one? Did you get a different one, or is that what you're still driving? But yeah, I don't know how much upgrades your company lets you do. I don't know. But it sounds like they let you go all out over there. Definitely T680. I'm listening to your guys' opinions because I have any option. I liked what who was it? Gear Jammer said earlier. He's right. You're not you're not in it to look cool as much as you want to. So when you're talking about bottom line, obviously fuel mileage is the thing you want to look at, right? So I think I want though, if I'm gonna go that route, the T680 or whatever the aerodynamic Peterbilt is, because Peterbilt uses all fucking numbers all the time. 579, 389, all that shit, and I don't know which model's what. I can't remember. But they have that option in Peterbilt also, the aerodynamic. You guys know what I'm saying. I'd want to be comfortable while living in it, and that's true. But is a W900 more comfortable than a T680? And I'm not sure which way you're going with that, Organized Chaos, but I don't know. I don't think it really is. I know some people are not fans of the new 589, but I do like wider, larger cab. Yeah, for sure. I don't know that about it, but if that's a thing, then yeah, absolutely. Why not? Because we're only getting wider out here too, aren't we, drivers? We're only getting wider out here too. So we can, Eric, can I look at your last chat? Did I skip it, Eric? I don't feel like I skipped it, but maybe I did. Boy, if I did skip it, oh, right here. Yeah, I read that one, Eric. I already read that one. Where was I? Oh yeah, we're all getting fatter out here, so we need a wider cab for our fat asses, right? For our fat asses. And don't act like I'm exempt from that. I'm getting chubby over here, guys. The 900 will cost at least $400 a week extra in fuel. Okay, that's a number that makes sense to me, Stephen Lyle. You say $400, $400 a week at least. Then that's all the information I fucking needed. I ain't wasting $400 more in fuel. That's absolutely fucking absurd. Absolutely absurd. Won't do it. And they have petty issues. Cascade. It's just a really boring truck. T680's more money for the casino. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, fucking, that's all I needed to hear too. They are boring, but they are easy to repair because you can find parts anywhere, and they have great fuel economy. Yeah, I hear you. Every time, I don't have the option of Western Star, Tommy. But every time I've taken a truck to Freightliner, it was a shit show. Every time. It may have just been my experience. It's just anecdotal evidence, so I don't know for sure. Just makes the BS a little more fun. Yeah, but how much fun do I want to have? At $400 a week worth of fun driving the truck? I don't know about that. You're only the world's best anything if you have a mug. Ah, fuck, I don't have one. Jesus. Jesus? Jesus? Is that actual Jesus? The real Jesus? I'm not really sure. Let's see. I'm drinking a beer for you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. I could sure use one. Absolutely. Thank you for drinking that for me. You want a good truck, go for pre-emission. That's not an option. That's just straight up not an option for me right now. This is going to be through the lease. So that's not an option, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. 150 more fuel over 1,000 miles. So you're in the same range, Matt, as I think it was Gear Jammer. He was at about 400, and you're at about 450 on a 3,000 mile week. So you guys are on the same page. Shout out to the truck stop BBWs. Absolutely. We live? Well, we know what old Jack Burton always says. Could you get a shout out? Could you shout out to Wee Yvonne? Is that Yvonne? I never knew how to pronounce that name. Is it Yvonne? Is it Yvonne? I've never ever known. So sorry I fucked that shout out up. Sorry about that, but thanks for stopping by. When will you be taking on a trainee? Never, ever, ever. Manual is overrated. I agree. Absolutely. Piss jugs and vape juice. Absolutely. I'm going to upgrade to, well, I told you guys I'm going to get the bucket, but I think we're going to go like just straight up gallon milk jugs for the piss from now on. I'm getting old, guys. I just piss all the time. So I like being able to eat a sandwich while I drive through town. Yeah, I just don't understand the whole thing about shifting. I can shift. I don't have a problem doing it. I don't have the restriction. The International that I owned was a 10-speed, and somehow I drove all over the country with it. But really, who gives a shit? Like, if anything you could do to make this job easier, I'll take it. Not that the job's hard, but if you can make it easier still, I'll take it. We have nothing to prove anymore by driving manual. Exactly. My company lets you upgrade as much as you can afford. You hate I don't hate your company, Gold Phoenix. I sure do love making fun of them, though. I love them a lot more than I hate them, if I'm being honest with you. I love that they exist because it gives me material. Yes, sir. I drive in the suburbs of Chicago. Automatic all the way. Yep, absolutely. W9 and T680 are identical inside. I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. I had no fucking clue. Let's see. There we go. I'm quite content being a steering wheel holder. Shifting is way over shit. You like lane assist? I hate that fucking thing, Stuart. It goes off all the time. I don't know if that's more of a Cascadia thing, but that motherfucker goes off nonstop. You're talking about the lane departure warning or something else, but that fucking thing, it goes off all the time. I like this format you're doing more than the piss guy format. Well, I wish I could like decide my mood when I go into a video. I don't think I ever do pissed off live streams. That would be weird. If I ever do get frustrated on live streams, I just call it a day. I used to get real drunk and argue with you guys on live streams, but that's the old me. That's a long time ago. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do pissed off guy videos. Sometimes you have to, because sometimes you're pissed off and then you do a video on it. I think it's required. I think you have to. You can't do all happy guy videos. Nobody buys that bullshit that you're always in a good mood. No one. Skipping your comment, Charles. Total cost per mile to operate. Sure. Yeah, I understand that. The wider cabs are for improved visibility. Well, I think my thoughts that it's to fit our fat asses in the truck is a good response too, Sam. And I think I answered this already. No option for the Western Star. Nope. Red Werewolf Hurricane Trucker still alive. I don't really know him. I think you're talking about Red Viking. I know of him, but I don't really know him. I've only ever watched one of his videos in my life, and he did a interview with like an ex-NBA player, or not really player, but guy that got drafted into the NBA. And I thought it was an interesting video. I thought it was an interesting interview, but that's the only video I've ever watched by him. So I don't know what's going on. That's my best recommendation. Go pre-emission. I still say no. Still say no. Driving is rough enough with a tight schedule, being responsible for the load. Yeah, exactly. Let's have an easier job. I think it depends on dealers you deal with. Rush Truck Center burns my soul, but TLG is always great. Then again, I have a pack car. Oh, okay. I got you. What's going on, Texas Vexus? Good to see you. Here's Flips Franks waving his dick around. Look how much money I make, guys, while being local. Everyone should go local because I like local. All right. We heard it from the man himself. Guys, abandon your trucks. Come off the road. This guy likes local trucking. So we all do. Now we all like it. Pre-emission is nonsense at this point. Just learn to take care of the truck the way it was designed, and emissions won't give you too many issues. I got to be honest with you guys. You are over my pay grade when you start talking about shit like that, because I don't really No, I don't know dick about it. I make fun of it sometimes, but it turns out I don't have to know what I'm talking about to make jokes. Don't have to. So if you guys want to get in like the technical stuff, got me. I have no idea. I got no idea. I've never, Charles never cared for obese women. All right. Is it less dangerous with the lights out? I'm not sure what you mean. Live from Hereford. No, you're not. No, you're not. Actually, evidently did something here. Yeah, you're definitely not live from Hereford. And I lost that comment now. Where is it? They don't even have internet in Hereford. They don't have internet in Hereford. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Don't forget a toilet seat for the bucket. Kenworth has best resale value. Now, see, that is maybe something I need to think about also. Will I finish the lease? Probably not. Let's be honest. Who finishes fucking leases? Some people do. But hypothetically, Paul, if I were to finish the lease, would I want to consider resale value? I think so. Now, let's say though that the lease is, off the top of my head, 5 years. I don't fucking know. I don't have all the specifics in front of me. Let's say hypothetically, and this place has the options for 18 speeds if you want. I can drive an 18 speed. Let's say the lease is 5 years. And I go ahead and say, give me a T680 18 speed. In 5 years, does an 18 speed have any fucking resale value? Is anybody going to know how to drive one by then? I'm not super trucking. I'm not saying I can, you worthless fucks. What I'm saying is, will anybody be driving them? Is the resale value on like an 18 speed, a 10, 13, or 18 going to drop just because nobody drives them anymore? Or is that a thing I'm making up? I could be making that up. But like, will anybody know how to drive them anymore? I don't know. I have no idea. If you can get a KW with Cummins, yes, and that is the option, Daryl. That is the option. KW with Cummins, that is exactly it. Exactly it. I agree with you. Yeah, Bamboozled. I don't know how much experience you have, and everybody's different, so I can't give you a number. You need this much experience to get into a lease. But you definitely want some experience, stuff with, the normal day-to-day stuff, making your appointments on time, managing your clock, trying to maximize your clock, all those things. You see a lot of guys jump into a lease straight out of trucking school. And it doesn't always work out, is the point, because you're still trying to get your legs, trying to like figure out how trucking works, and then jumping straight into a fucking lease. So a good idea is what I'm trying to say. Get more YouTube views than a T680. Well, I never show the outside of the truck though, Stephen Lyle, so I don't know if that matters. But I hear you. Loud and clear. That's an excellent point. If I did a lot of filming outside of the truck, then that would be a very, very important thing to consider. Because what if you're talking about, like, hypothetically, my videos get 10,000 views, 10,000 views, and then a W900 is worth 10% more views than a T680 because you're showing the outside of the truck a lot, then you start to consider it, right? Then you're like, does that offset the cost of fuel in like ad revenue, right? It's a thing to think about, but I never show the outside of the truck, ever. So it doesn't, well, I mean, maybe sometimes, but the best fuel mileage comes from being towed. I don't know if that's a Swift issue, though. I mean, Swift's got trucks like everyone else. If anything, I would say, like, from what I've seen from the big companies, in my opinion, the worst maintained trucks from the big companies out here is like CRST. Every one of those looks like they're falling apart, held together by fucking duct tape and chicken wire. That's what I've seen from the CRST trucks. I think they're more likely to get towed. I think they are. Thank you, Gold Phoenix. There was somebody, Gold Phoenix, and you're not saying the name of your company, but you're referencing the videos and all that. And I'm definitely not trying to if you put your company out if you want. But when I refer to the drivers at your company as fucking dorks, There are people that get fucking livid about that. They get pissed and they're like, he's calling them dorks again. They know they're dorks. Of course they do. They absolutely do. And a lot of people with a fucking sense of humor think it's funny, Gold Phoenix. They think it's funny. And I'm glad you do too. Yeah, well, I don't know if we take any advice from James Best these days. I don't know if we do all that. I'm not sure if we do that. Have you ever done hazmat tanker? No, I have not. Never have. I got tanker, but not hazmat. Go to the dollar store and get a small bottle of laundry soap. After you use all the soap, you can pop the spout off and use it to piss in. But what am I going to use the laundry soap on? Well, I mean laundry, obviously. But I normally bring enough like clean clothes with me to get me home again. I very, very rarely have to do laundry. I don't think it's the best idea, is all I'm saying, Eric. I don't think it's the best idea. I very rarely have to do laundry on the road. The lane departure warning was made me not want to signal because it's so fucking annoying. The blind spot monitoring, I think that's actually getting on my last fucking nerve because you used to turn on the goddamn turn signal to go to make switch into the right lane when somebody was sitting beside you and maybe they weren't paying attention. You could flip that turn signal on and then they'll see your light flash and they'll be like, oh fuck, and then they'll come back to reality and they'll drive again, right? Now this fucking blind spot monitoring scares the shit out of me every time because I'm like, okay, this asshole's sitting right by me. I turn on the blinker and that motherfucker just goes off. I'm like, fuck, god damn it. I can't stand the blind spot monitoring on the passenger side of these Cascadias. That thing's fucking horrible. Horrible. But my lane departure warning, I mean, they should be all the same. When I signal, it doesn't go off because it knows that I'm signaling. But that motherfucker goes off sometimes every goddamn exit ramp you pass. It thinks you're off the road. Motherfucker, man. The lid is leaking proof and has a large opening. Oh, Eric, you overestimate me. I do not need a large opening on a piss bottle. You overestimate me, sir. Thank you for the compliment, though. We don't need the wide mouth around here. We don't need it. The blind spot monitor. Okay, we're on the same page there, Sydney. Rebooted mine. Good to see you. Good to see you. A trainee would make some interesting content. Yes, that's true. That's true. Do you prefer a long 3-axle or stretched 3-axle? This is stuff over my pay grade, guys. I'm just your basic run-of-the-mill trucker. You know, just your general freight. Right? You got me. You got me. The 589 is basically a 567 with a 389 hood. Yeah, none of that made sense to me. It's the numbers, Gold Phoenix. It's the fucking numbers. I get them mixed up every fucking time, and I don't know which model's which. I have to Google it. So everything you just said, I don't know, man. I have no idea. With hazards on it, sounds like a nuclear missile site. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what a super trucker is. Well, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. They're no fun. They are not pleasant at all. They are not pleasant even a little bit. Premier Truck Group seems to be Freightliner service if you can get one to one. Okay. Yes, if I'm doing it, it's the best thing. When I'm OTR, there you go. There you go. That's fair. That's fair. I'm glad you said it. And just wanted to point out, Flips Franks, I stopped by. I was watching one of your live streams recently, and a couple times. Don't worry, I got a joke here, Flip. I got a joke here. I'm not starting drama. That's dumb. But I noticed a couple times you mentioned that you just don't like This Guy Trucks. I just don't like that fucking This Guy Trucks. But you kept saying my name so much, man, so many times. I was about to legally change my name to Dick since you couldn't get it out your fucking mouth. I hope you took that as a joke. There's gonna be 30 videos tomorrow. Pissed off. Fucking This Guy Trucks said what? He said what? No, I actually was over there watching a Flip a couple days ago. I'm watching you guys. I'm paying attention to what's going on in the neighborhood. What about Volvo? I mean, they don't have that option here. They don't have that option. Somebody's talking about Big Jeff's #1 fan. You typed that, and that made me think, how are the Broncos doing? How are the Denver Broncos doing? They are still 7-0. Still 7-0. All right. That's good enough. That's good enough. I can tell some folks one thing for sure. This guy trucks. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. I've drove a truck a time or two. Absolutely. Even if you do take care of emissions, oh, still above my pay grade. Still, I got no input on that. So you guys continue that conversation, but I got nothing for you. 5 months left, Matt, till you own the truck, or you got to give it back, or how does your lease work? But if you got 5 months until you own a truck, that's fucking cool, man. That's really good. You missed my Nirvana reference. Oh yeah, I am wearing the Nirvana shirt. I am wearing the Nirvana shirt. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to buy another one because I'm wearing this one out. But I probably did miss your reference. Sorry about that. Have you ever eaten a booger? Yeah, absolutely. Has anybody here ever not eaten a booger? You can't fool me. We didn't end up with CDLs because we weren't nose pickers. You know, we didn't end up with CDLs because we were like valedictorian or however the fuck you say it. Every one of us here is eating a booger. Every fucking one of us. Absolutely. Absolutely. The resale on a manual will probably be better. See, I struggle with that though, because you're talking five years from now. Is the resale on a manual really going to be better? I mean, I can drive either, but that whole generation's going out. I don't think they teach it anymore. Do they teach it, guys? Can you still go to school and like demand to learn on a 10-speed, or is it like all automatic? That's where I kind of struggle with it, Matt. Is it still going to be better if no one knows how to fucking drive it? I'm not sure. But that's just me. I don't know. It keeps you alive. Yeah, I guess that's a good point, Bamboozled. That's a good point. By auto shift for resale. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was thinking. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that, Gold Phoenix. If you can, if your family's able to help you and help you get through the hard times, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, yay, my parents weren't in that position, but if they are, why not? Why not? Like if I'm in a position to help my kids, obviously I'm going to. Absolutely. So I get it. It's hard to find that work-life balance over the road. Regional, local. I hope it works for you. I've been there. I've had a bunch of jobs too. Yeah, we'll you know what? One way or another, Flip, we'll survive one way or another. We'll get through it. The leases have balloon payments. This one does not. That's a very, very excellent question. That's a huge thing to think about. This one does not have a balloon payment at the end. Once you're done paying, it's over. You get the title for $1. It's one of those you give them $1. I don't know if that's like a legal thing, like we have to collect $1, or if it's more of a gimmick type of thing. I'm not really sure. But no balloon payment on this one. Nope. In a few years from now, it would be pointless to get a truck in manual. That is not back in. Yeah. I think that's a good point. I agree. My old bus driver had a diesel bus, and the DPS was never cleaned, and DEF wasn't working properly, so all the carbon and everything got pushed back in the engine and killed it. Yeah, you got to maintain your shit. Who was out of prison? You think he wanted to shank you? I think he wanted to make love to me. I think that's what he wanted to do. No, I'm just playing. I don't think either one of those things. A thing I've learned as I went through life is people have lived a different life than I have, and they interact with the world in different ways. The way the psycho trainee acted, having to do with his circumstances in life may have been completely normal. May have been in his background a completely normal way to act. And me being from a completely different background, it wasn't fucking normal. It wasn't normal at all. So I just think he was kind of just a different. He was crazy, don't get me wrong, but I think he was just like a different kind of person, like from what I'm used to. I'm happy where I am and what I'm doing. I'm curious what the going income per week after expenses. There's still a lot of variables. Absolutely. I'll be honest. I don't expect to do. I would say what I expect, Paul. Keep in mind, everybody, I said I'm not doing this for the money. I want a little bit of freedoms back. Um, I'm expecting probably like 1,500 to 1,800 a week after all expenses, Paul, that gets deposited to my bank account. I am not expecting to make big bucks, and it may not be the best deal out there, but it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have zero interest in trucking, but think your videos are great. That's awesome, Robert. That's such a cool thing because I like this live stream feels a little off to me. Like I don't have a ton of energy, but I like that people that aren't truckers or never going to be truckers and aren't interested are discovering the videos. That's a really, really cool thing. So thank you, man. I'd be curious to see how you or hear how you found them, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mr. Wilson, opinion on the future of self-driving trucks. It was not that long ago that I thought it was going to happen. I was like, look, they're gonna have self-driving trucks. Automation is coming. And through life experience, through watching what's going on, like Too Simple, I think, was the big ones, and they shut down. I think you guys could Google it, but I think Too Simple, like for the most part, shut down their American operations. There were some other companies, and it seems like I still think it could be done, but everybody that's trying right now is failing and going out of business. So obviously it's a lot harder than they thought. And now I'm starting to think that it's a thing. It's a thing that could happen. But it's also equally possible that it could never happen because these companies with incredibly intelligent people are failing to do it, and the whole businesses are failing also. So I think we have job security a lot more than I thought a couple years ago. A couple years ago, I thought we were all out on our asses. I really did. Maybe I bought into the propaganda. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But watching these companies fail over and over, I think we're safe. I think we're pretty safe. T680. You know, Gear Jammer, I think between what you said and what Stuart said about how I'll have more casino money, I think that's all the motivation I needed. I think I'd rather go with the T680. That's a lot of money. You were talking about $400 a week difference in fuel cost. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. That's a lot of money. So I definitely take that seriously. So I think I've made up my mind. Sure, I want the cool looking truck. Of course I do. Of course I do. T680s aren't ugly by any means. It's just not quite as cool. No, I have not driven snowplows or logging trucks. Nope, sure haven't. Dang, why is it so dark there? I don't know, man. I got the curtains closed, but I have all the lights on, and it is dark as fuck in here. Yeah. Wicked Spider says, hey, fool. Well, good to see you, Wicked Spider. Good to see you. Greetings, Grinch. Just noticed you were online. I am for a little while longer. Holland Donkey. Thanks for stopping by. Key could mixed with P could make chlorine gas. Well, this is actually perfect, Bamboozled. Next time we're at war on Fuel Island, this might be the perfect fucking solution. You might have a good goddamn point. You watching any football these days? I don't really get a chance to watch it. I keep up with the scores as the game goes on, but watching it, no. Fucking YouTube has the NFL Sunday ticket, and that shit's expensive. I was going to buy it. I mean, I got a smart TV in the truck. I got internet in the truck. I was going to get the Sunday ticket. That shit's expensive as fuck. Do you guys have it? Do you guys have Sunday ticket? It's crazy expensive. So I don't have it. Just clean it periodically. Those things stink like hell. Yeah, I imagine. A reusable piss jug? Man, yeah. I imagine they don't smell great. I imagine that. Yes. Yes, we have all shit ourselves at least once in the truck. And don't act like... If you haven't been driving very long. You haven't been driving very long. So... all right, looking through some comments. I don't take it that seriously. It's just YouTube. When it gets weird, that's where I draw the line. You know, Flip, I know your real fucking name, and now I can't think of what it is. Fuck, I can't remember. I do know your name. But the point is, like, what's wrong with like just busting guys' balls here on YouTube? Like, make fun of a guy a little bit, right? Talk some shit. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Make some jokes at that guy's expense, and then he comes back and he makes some jokes at your expense. I used to make videos like that on my old channel where we were just roasting people, you know, and it was fun, and nobody thought of it as like drama. They just like, hey, it's just guys making fun of each other. It's no big deal, right? But now it seems like when you win the little roasting battle, then the next thing the guy wants to do, the next guy, he goes, well, then I'm gonna threaten your family. And it's like, what the fuck just happened? What are you doing? What do you mean you're gonna threaten my family now? Well, I just doxed your children. Oh God, what the fuck is going on here? I just called you a fat ass trucker or whatever joke I made, and now you're like, whoa, this just went to a whole fucking level. It just went to a whole fucking level. Like, talking shit back and forth, I love it. It's fun. But nobody knows where the line is anymore, you know? Nobody knows where the fucking line is anymore. And it's like everybody's trying to do the most extreme when you could just make fun of a fucking guy. What's wrong with that? Made fun of you, and and you're welcome to go back to your channel and make fun of me. I don't care. But like, if you're over there like raising the bar and going like way out there into some crazy shit, well then at that point, fuck you, right? But if you want to talk shit, I laughed when I was watching your live stream, and you're like, fucking this guy trucks, I don't even like that motherfucker, or whatever you said. I'm like, yeah, well, that's kind of the thing around here. A lot of people don't like that motherfucker, but a lot of people do. So, man, I love shit talking though, but everybody goes way too far, man. Way too far. Can't spec a new truck and keep leasing or buy this one. Well, if you're almost, I'm not sure, Matt, were you the one that almost had it paid off? If you're almost paid off, I'd stay where you're at, but I don't know. I've eaten a couple. There you go. Haven't laughed out loud in a long time. Awesome. Glad we could do that for you. Yeah. See, that's what I was trying to say, Gold Phoenix. I think the resale value drops on manuals over time just because no one's going to drive them. Who are the dealerships going to sell them to? Who are you going to sell them to? A guy that's already retiring? Like, I think the resale value drops, you know. The school I went to was auto only. The real Davis was the valedictorian. Well, the rest of us weren't. I can promise you that. At least I wasn't. Shit, I'm a fucking idiot. America's favorite trucker. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's going on, Mendoza? Do you think being owner operator out of Albuquerque is a good or bad idea? I don't know the rates out of Albuquerque. It's hard. It's hard to get freight in and out of Albuquerque. I mean, you could hit like that Walmart distribution center south of Albuquerque, always freight going into there. You can always get into that Walmart DC. But out of there, I always kind of struggled getting out of there. I don't think it's a bad idea necessarily, but you're going to have to realize like you might do a little bit of deadheading getting in and out of the house. But you've got El Paso down south. Maybe there's something good coming out of El Paso. Maybe. I don't know. But other than that, you know what I used to do out of New Mexico sometimes was hauling green chili, like just like the dried chilies and shit like that. You just go like down south of Albuquerque, pretty far down south, but they got all those farms and shit down there, and you could haul some shit out of there for sure. I used to do that, but in my experience, it wasn't a very good market. In my experience, so you might just have to deadhead, get a load to Denver, and then drive home. Drive home. Get as close as you can though. Stand-up comedy for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm good enough to be a stand-up comedian. I don't know if I am. Like, I can like ramble off some shit, but like actually putting together an hour worth of material, I don't know if I got what it takes. I'm assuming you're getting a new truck. What's the 5-second update? So I feel like, yeah, going into the lease tomorrow, Heston. Going into a lease tomorrow. See me in the comments on your videos. I'm Jonathan, and I'm in the UK. Love your videos and stories. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. I've just we've kind of been having a lot more fun lately, just telling jokes around here. So I appreciate you guys. What's up, Ryder? Good to see you. Good to see you. If I want in trucking or I wasn't in a lease, I would avoid this industry at all costs. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real motherfucker, Paul. It's a real motherfucker. I just watched a video about a trucker that sued a city in Southern California for 500K for wrongful arrest. Well, there we go. There we go. I think that's a better business model than most of us have. Just go down to Southern California and raise a little hell and see if we come out 500,000 richer. Logic Neo says, "Oh my, good to see you, Logic Neo." That's right, Josh. If Josh wanted to be rich, he would open an OnlyFans account. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's lining up to see my feet. They want to see my feet pics. Absolutely. Wicked Spider, good to see you again after you called me a fool earlier. You think electric trucks could be more of a real thing? Yeah, absolutely. I talked to a guy, he was an older trucker even, and he was driving a Tesla, and he fucking loved it. He said it's the most powerful machine he's ever driven. He was just so impressed with that Tesla. If Tesla could get a sleeper on them, on the trucks, and get at least a 700-mile range. I think they're around 400 right now. You guys can correct me on that. But if they could get a sleeper on there and around 700-mile range, you've got an over-the-road truck at that point. And then you just charge them, while you sleep, or you could have them. So I don't know too much about this, but maybe you could have a way to swap batteries quickly in a Tesla. And then you've got a solid over-the-road truck. So I think that there's definitely room in the market for an electric truck. I think there is. I've seen them in action. That seeing is believing, With self-driving trucks, it starts with lane assist and a few small changes, but the technology is expensive. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we've got like automation to a point. I've always said that too, we've got automation to a point in the sense that the truck understands what's going on around it, the blind spot monitoring, the Bendix system and whatever else it's called up front that automatically slams on our brakes when we least expect it. But they're in the works, right? Automation to a point. Cruise control is automation to a point, right? So there's maybe that's how it will always be. Maybe we'll just work hand in hand with automation and never have that like fully automated truck, but maybe they find ways to like monitor the truck more or things like that. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm not really sure. So that's why I'm asking about logging trucks. Oh yeah, no, never done those. Anyways, guys, $10 super chat just came in as I was just about to say I've had enough for today, and I really have. I've had enough for today. I have talked as long as I want to talk until tomorrow. But thank you, Abdul, so much for that $10. Just as I was saying that, you shoot me over $10. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for hanging out. I never like to overstay my welcome. It gets a little bit boring if you keep trying to prolong this live streams. So I'm going to jump on out of here. I'm going to go find me something to eat. And that's going to be the rest of my day. So, hey, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.